What's up, everybody? So currently top 1 in the United States right now. Today in this video, I'm going to be pushing up my hunter account and getting up a couple hundred trophies as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this super long video, and yeah, enjoy. Here we go, man. I'm excited for this one today, and I apologize yesterday for not posting a video. I was working on this one, and a couple things happened in my life, and I didn't really have much time like I anticipated to get everything done that I needed to. It was kind of an unexpected event for sure. I might make a story time on it in a couple months, let's just say that. But just gonna cycle my knight to back, and I'm here today ready to record a long IceBow video for you guys. Just chill and have a good time on this game and really enjoy Clash, because I feel like a lot of people have been not recently, and my goal as a creator of this game is to make you guys happy and like put out something that you want to watch, or that can make you like relax and just chill and enjoy your time watching, even if you don't enjoy playing Clash Royale, which I know a lot of you don't anymore, since the state of the game has been downhill for the last however many months now. But me personally, I still love recording videos, and I still love making the longer videos too, which are definitely the favorites of you guys most of the time. So a golem comes down in the back in the first minute of the game. I'm expecting quite a bit of that today, actually. This seems to be a common theme in the meta. I think every time I get on ladder, if I play for 4 or 5 hours, however long in a day, then this happens at least 3 or 4 times where they just drop a golem in single elixir. It's kind of a recurring pattern that I've noticed, but just going to go for the Tesla here. He does go for the lumberjack, so even if he does have lightning, there's absolutely no way he has enough elixir to go for a lightning at all. So I'm just gonna go for my log. Hopefully this lumberjack can get defeated here. That would be pretty epic by my ice wizard. I don't think it's going to yet. The ice wizard retargets on top of the golemites. I'm gonna go skellies behind. That was a perfectly timed skellies, I think, and that should be no hits unless he uses the ability. Wait, he already used the ability. He can't use it again, of course, at all. I saw somebody post actually yesterday that abilities for heroes should only be able to be used one time, and I definitely 100% agree. You should not be able to pop a second ability. Same with champions like Archer Queen. If you get that second Archer Queen ability, it's game over, because it just causes such an annoyance and it makes your opponent overspend so much. So I think that'd be a decent change to make the cards more balanced, is just making them have one ability only, and then once you use it, okay, you can't use it again. You have to play another one. So I'm gonna go Expo their lane because he does go for the golem. I'm expecting him to probably, does he have bomber? Or he might lumberjack. No, he could skeleton dragons too. Yeah, so I'm gonna go for the Evo Tesla on top of the skeleton dragons. I was trying to like go through my head of all the options he could possibly play. Sometimes golem decks have bomber in them, so it's like I don't even know what to expect. But just gonna NATO like this to pull everything in. Oh, okay, so he does go for the electro dragon. That's completely fine. I'm gonna go ahead and rocket the healer plus that E-drag. If I don't rocket that E-drag, off the map like immediately, it's going to be quite the issue to get off, and thankfully that healer actually does die to my knight, which is cool. I can just go for the skellies. Oof, okay, things are getting a little bit tough here. I'm going to go knight up top, then ice was low. Oh, that's not going to kite to lumberjack, is it? But actually it doesn't matter if you look at the situation that we're in. Even though we take that damage and we don't have quite as clean of a win, we're still going to win the game very convincingly in this first one. So nice first win against Tony right there. Okay, up against Myken in this next one right here. We're going to see what he wants to do. I'm going to just go for my knight first play. Okay, that was bad timing. I should have been patient. Oh, I could NATO that. Nah, the knight's going to block it, I think, if I NATO that to the king tower. I'm going to log. Oh, shoot, I was indecisive. So that miner gets one shot on my tower already. Oh, I was going to say it's probably going to be balloon cycle based off of the first play miner, but he does go for the lava hound in the back. Okay, interesting. Haven't really faced much lava hound this season. I feel like it got kind of just thrown out of the meta. I don't know why necessarily. Maybe a couple nerfs affected it. I'm just going to go for the rocket as soon as these skeleton dragons are in range. I know I have to leak a little bit of elixir right there, but let's think about it, right? If I go for my Tesla first, the skeleton dragons are going to pretty much kill it, and then I would be in a lot of trouble here. Nice blockage on that balloon's ability, and then I'm going to have to tornado this back on 0, especially now because he just zapped as well. And all things considered, kind of an awkward beginning to a game. Right there, but I still think we came out, in a decent situation. I don't know if he does have, big spells. He probably doesn't have a fireball, because usually you don't run miner and fireball in the same deck if you're running lava. I think that running lava hound with those two is kind of a little bit too clunky, and it's probably going to be just arrows or like arrow zap or something. I don't know. He already played zap, so we know he has zap for sure as a spell, but just going to go for the knight to back. Barbarians, man, he's got a weird version for sure. I have not faced this lava hound version before. To be fair, this account is in like mid ladder kind of. It's just, a continuation of the 3.0 video. Basically, I'm playing exactly from where I was at that point on this account. But yeah, I've been grinding today. I already got the 3,000 trophies on my second account, and it was a stressful grind. I mean, the matches are very hard and difficult, especially at the top of ladder, but you can still win if you play absolutely perfect, and, maybe a couple outplays go your way here or there. But man, it was a grind going through all the recruits players in the top of ladder. For some reason, recruits is so popular right now on ladder, and I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know, does anyone have an answer to that? Like, I'm genuinely curious why so many people are playing recruits in the meta. I don't even think it's that good, and it has a lot of counters, so it's kind of a, every time I face it, I'm like, dude, why? Just why? But just gonna go for the log right here, and ice was low. We gotta get back to our evolution Tesla here for the balloon and these lava hound pups as well. I would have a lot of trouble if I didn't go for that, so he's gonna use the ability. It's all good, though. Barbarians come down as well, so 7 elixir right there just dropped is completely fine. Let me go for the knight to back like this right here. Log on top of the barbarians, and hopefully we should be chilling. Also, we are all rooting for Riley to win the world, or not the world final. Well, yes, the world final, but the qualifiers next weekend, right, guys? Like, we are all rooting for him. But just gonna go for the expo like this, and Skellies to tank for the Infernal Dragon. We are gonna get the expo connection on tower, which is pretty epic sauce. He could lava on the back and reset with the push. I wouldn't be surprised. He actually goes lava the bridge. What the heck? Okay, that was a weird play. Want to go for the Tesla. He lets the knight connect, getting him down to 867 HP. Don't you dare comment about that. Anyways, only 5 seconds left in regulation. He just straight up goes for the miner. I can pull that away and keep my ice was alive. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful right there. I'm gonna knight like this because I want to save my rocket if I can. I guess I don't need to, but I kind of wanted to just in case we can finish off the game right here, which we can because the knight just connected. So I just need to rocket in a few seconds. Oh, never mind. That's game. The knight connected 3 times. GG. Here we go in our next match against this person with the heart at the end of their name. Just gonna go Skellies on top of that ice spirit right there, and then I could cycle knight the back. He goes, oh my goodness, instantly hog. I'm gonna try and activate king here. I'm gonna overspend quite a bit of elixir. He also used the ability, so I don't feel that bad about NATOing this to king now. Yeah, so he went hog ice golem first play, basically. 2.6, good matchup. I mean, it's fairly easy, but I definitely think you could lose if you aren't a little bit careful of the musketeers. And of course, if your defenses are like completely trash, but I'd say that was an okay start. We didn't have the best starting hand ever. Ideally, right there when he goes ice golem hog, I just like to Tesla low, and then if he fireballs, I'll NATO to king, and it's a very easy start to a game. But that's completely fine as well. We didn't take any damage except for, I think. Wait, what did 8 damage? Was that the ice golem little frost ability? That thing actually does 0 damage. I'm gonna rocket this because I feel like that's a good rocket. Taking a -2 trade is completely fine. Also, it's only a -1 trade now because he wasted the ice spirit too on top of that knight. So not bad at all. We'll take that tower damage as well. If he goes for the ice golem hog, he goes in the back right there. I did not expect that. But I was going to say if he goes in, I have the Tesla. But he's probably going to musketeer the middle. I would not be surprised if we see that come down to snipe the Tesla. Yeah, we do. So a lot of these players, I think they just start trying things when they realize they can't break through. And it leads to some entertaining games for sure. Especially if the player is like pretty good with the deck. But he goes for another hog. Holy moly. How fast did he get back to a hog right there? I guess that is 2.6 hog cycle for you. But that was kind of insane to witness. He's not too happy about the matchup, as you can tell by the emotes that are flying out from him every time we defend his pushes. But I definitely think that we have the advantage in this one for sure. Now, I'm not going to say like this is a guaranteed win because you can always lose if you have a matchup. That's kind of a common misconception. Like, oh, just because you have a matchup doesn't mean you aren't going to lose. Like, you still have to play decent Clash Royale to win a game, no matter what the circumstances are. If you're facing, you know, an opponent that has the brain cells in their head. But just going to go for the rocket on top of his tower right here. I'm expecting some pressure at the bridge. Once again, though, he's going to kind of play passive and go in the back with the musketeer. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Let's go for the defensive expo. In the middle and just wait for him to make the push. He does go for the hog. I'm actually going to overcommit a Tesla here on that so I can keep my expo at maximum HP and it can get maximum value as well. Let's go for the knight. He does go for the turret, but I can just log as well on top of the musketeer and those Larrys. And yeah, everything is cleaned up very nicely, very easily, and we shouldn't have any issues right here. I'm going to go ahead and drop down my Skellies. I'm also going to Ice Whiz in the back right. If he wants to end up fireballing this Ice Whiz, I'm just going to defensive expo. Which he actually does do. I was kind of surprised he did that. I didn't think he would be fireballing that. I thought he'd probably fireball my other tower. I just misclicked. Oh my gosh. You know, dude, I don't know what it is. I need, like, my thumbs to be better than they are, I swear. They just misclick like crazy. Maybe I should start playing with my fingers. Nah, that's literally impossible for me. I would never be able to play, like, change how my hands play Clash Royale now. Oh my gosh, after 10 years of playing it, there's absolutely no way. But just going to Tesla down low. That was kind of a bad ability from him. Didn't really get any value. And, of course, that Hog Rider is going to get easily pulled and defended by all 3 of my towers that I have active, and we're up 1,000 damage. This one's pretty much over if I don't make any errors. Let's go for the knight the back. He could musketeer at the bridge. Now he goes muskie in the back, same lane. I usually see 2.6 players kind of spend everything on offense and then worry about the knight. Like if I go knight in the back, they'll go hog, ice golem, muskie, other lane, and then they'll be like, okay, a cheap Skelly's ice beard to defend the knight last second. But This guy's more of a passive approach, it seems, when he wants to actually, you know, go for the muskies in the back and build a push through that. I think the key to this matchup, if you are running the hog deck, is you pretty much have to spam the musketeer in the middle as soon as you get it every single time to try and kill my Teslas. But just going to go for the log like this on top of the hog and the muskie and the ice golem as well. Ice wizard comes down. I can just go for the knight on top of this muskie too as well to make sure my ice wizard survives. Now, I'm going to rocket to be safe. We don't really need much more damage, maybe like 1-2 more rockets to win this game because, I mean, that's assuming he's even going to be able to damage our tower with the fireball cycles. Let's go for the defensive expo again. Probably going to go ice golem hog the bridge. Yes, indeed he is. So I'm going to go for a very low log right here and buy myself some time. There's the cannon. I'm just going to go Evo Tesla plus knight up top. He once again goes for the ice golem ability, which hasn't really given that's English, given him any value so far, but I'm just going to go for the rocket NATO on this musk one more time, take that damage, and now from this point on, it's pretty much just defense and, you know, not allowing his musketeers to take out everything. So we'll go log. Let's go skellies. He does go for the prediction log on them. I can just go knight the middle, and that's going to take care of that hog rider. He's going to go ice golem hog probably again at the bridge. Yep, there it is. I'm just going to rocket on top of that. Okay, that should hit all of that. Oh, I NATO'd late. That was bad. It's fine, though. Even with that mistake, it's not really going to, like, make that big of a difference because we have plenty of time, plenty of elixir. I'm going to go skellies as well. That's going to be a dead musk. I can go for a Tesla, and that hog cannot get past that unless it's by some miracle it gets nudged over to the side or something. But yeah, that's going to be GG's right there. I think we played that one all right. Wasn't really a stressful game, kind of a chill, relaxing game, and I didn't have to do much. Obviously, offensive expo against 2.6, you never want to use it. It's completely useless in 99% of scenarios, but that was a solid victory. In our next match against Onward right here, and I can just go ahead and wait for him to make the first couple plays. You know, I remember facing this guy, but I'm trying to put together what he was playing. Something in my brain tells me he had like elixir golem or something crazy, but I'm just gonna ice the back, and I guess that's gonna, you know, probably allow us to find out. So he goes witch in the back. Okay, witch and 2 small spells. Could be giant, could be golem, could be, it's probably giant based off of those first couple of cards, but I'm just going to wait a second. I'm going to NATO this in because I don't really have anything else to play right now, and my cycle is very awkward, to say the least. I'm going to go ahead and rocket on top of that pump, and we should be okay. Hopefully my knight can lock in a little bit here and take care of that witch. That would be pretty epic. It's not going to get any more hits, is it? Oh my gosh, wait, no way. I don't have to log this, do I? No, I'm not logging that. There's no way. I can't log that. Bro, look at the damage he's getting. Oh my goodness gracious, that's crazy. Okay, that was a lot of damage, I'm not going to lie. Way more than I was anticipating to take. I should have just logged the witch, but I didn't think it would survive that knight in the first place. It's fine. We'll go ice with the back. He goes for the dark prince. Now, most likely he's playing giant with this. With a collector is definitely quite annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a frustrating game to say the least, but if I just play well, I think we'll be all right. He's gonna go for the witch. That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cycle my tornado to pull that in a second here. In a second. Wow, that was a tongue twister. And then Tesla to kill the witch even faster. He's gonna pump up. There it is. So I'm gonna go for my expo as soon as I can right now. And if he giants into this, I think we're fine because I have skellies as well, and we can hopefully DPS it down in a timely manner. He's gonna let my expo connect. I guess he has zap, so it's fine. Wait, why is he not playing anything? What the heck? Okay, there's the giant, there's the zap. I'm not sure if he was waiting for enough elixir to go for both at once, but that was an interesting situation for sure. Rage comes down as soon as he can, basically, and overall, I think we're in a fine situation, about to head into double elixir. I guess I'll log this so it doesn't hit my tower. Oh, come on now, Ice Wizard. Your healing is giant right there. You got to lock in a little bit for me. But it's all good. He's probably going to pump up again in the back on the right-hand side, or his left-hand side, my right hand. Yep, there it is. I'm going to go for the rocket on top of his pump. And now this is a little bit of a sticky situation because he's going to build a massive push with, of course, the elixir pump advantage as well. So I'm going to get the knight down early. I think we need 2 Ice Wizards potentially to defend this push, depending on how he wants to construct it. So Dark Prince comes down other lane. Okay. I'll go for the Tesla in the middle right now and just try and buy myself some time. Let's go Larry's like this. We can also log to get that pump in there and the giant and the Dark Prince. I think that's a really, really valuable, underrated value log. Let's go for the Ice Wizard low again. We do have Tornado too, so this is not really a problem. We can just pull this back last second. He does go for the Collector again. That's okay though, because we have, you know, plenty on the map already, so I'm not really threatened by that. Let's go for a Skellies behind the Ice Wiz. This is sneaky pressure. If you guys don't know the tech, you just got to go Skellies directly behind your Ice Wizard once, you know, it's crossed the bridge. And look at the damage we're getting from them. That's insane. From one set of Larrys, that did like, what, 2,000 or something? But just going to go for the Evo Tesla here on top of the Mini P.E.K.K.A, the Dark Prince, and the Giant, and Skellies to make sure that Mini P.E.K.K.A doesn't get too much value. Dark Prince does go ahead and take out my Tesla, which sucks, but my Expo is going to connect on tower for a few shots, and now in this situation, I think we just go for the rocket on this pump again. This is a little bit scary. and could go badly, but I don't want to think about what's going to go wrong. We just need to focus on trying to make the best out of the situation that we're in. So let's go for the ice with the back. He's most likely going to go double giant here, like cycle all the way back around to a second one. It would be my prediction. So I'm going to go for the Tesla early, try and get back around to my ice wizard for the other lane too. Let's go for a early log on this dark prince. We get the heal spirit in there as well, which is nice. And if he giants on the right hand side, or the left hand side rather, I can rocket. I'm actually going to rocket these on the other side because he didn't giant. Now he giants after that fact, or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. I can just go for the Tesla in the middle right here on top of the giant, and that's going to clean up shop. We also have a knight ice wizard counter push on the other lane, which is going to make him, you know, spend extra elixir. Dark prince does come down, but that is completely chill. We are doing good. He's going to go ahead and give up, and yeah, we kind of dominated that game, even with him having the pump elixir advantage. Just the defensive end of that match, we pretty much had control the entire time. So cycle our log right here, go for the NATO, and that's going to take his tower down to nothing. Solid victory right there. Up against Andy in this next one with a lot of Ys. I mean, why do you put 4 Ys in his name? I wonder why. Get it? Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. But anyways, Ice was going to clean up that miner right there. Now this is going to be balloon cycle. I'm going to rocket that. The reason I'm rocketing that is because I don't have Knight in cycle, and I don't really have Tesla in cycle either, so I don't have anything to really play for that musketeer that's going to just be passive. So I guess a -2 trade is not the end of the world, especially because I know he's going to be playing the balloon cycle deck based off that first play. So I'm going to go Larry's like this down low, and I guess we'll just kind of wait to see. He's 100% going to go in here. It's not going to be any secret that he's probably going to go balloon. With a miner, I would assume, at the bridge. So I'm just going to be prepared for his push. There's the balloon. Let me get the Tesla down first. Let's go for the knight on top of the miner. Not too shabby. And now if he uses the balloon ability, or even if he doesn't, I'm just going to go ahead and grab King Tower. This is a pretty good situation to be in. Going to pull this last second, grab the King Tower. Oh, what a start to this game. Now, we still could easily lose this match, but I think that start is probably the picture-perfect one you're looking for against Balloon Cycle, because having that King Tower is super helpful against balloons when you have your Tesla in the middle, especially if the balloon is, you know, really threatening you and you don't have much elixir, and your King Tower can kind of bail you out, because usually whenever you're down elixir, they will pop the balloon ability and it will cause you lots and lots and lots of troubles by, you know, just being annoying and killing a Tesla. Or an ice wizard, you know, before you can get anything else down or afford any other card. Now with the King Tower, we should be able to, you know, pull it away with a tornado, or, you know, let the towers do the job, and that should be enough if I have 2 towers hitting the balloon to make sure it doesn't get death damage, or at least doesn't get that 1 hit, even if it does get death damage. But just gonna go for the Tesla here on top, or just in the middle, I guess. And wait for his next push. There's the balloon. Kind of an awkward hand I was in, but it's all good. I'm still in a little bit of an awkward situation, but I can just go for the NATO like this, pull everything together. Skelly's to block the Barbarian swing, so the Tesla makes sure, you know, we make sure the Tesla gets that last shot on that balloon and pulls it farther. So he does go for the ability. That's completely all right with me. I mean, Ice Wiz wasn't going to pose much of a threat anyways. On the offensive end, but just gonna go Knight at the bridge here. He does he have Evo Musk in cycle? I can't remember. He does go Loon, so I'm gonna go for the Evo Tesla on top of that balloon. Most likely gonna see an ability from him, but I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tornado this. This is a bit aggressive and probably stupid, but it's all good though. Yeah, that didn't really do anything for me. I'm gonna log. Maybe we get a connection on tower. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, we do. We get like what, 3 ticks? Which is actually kind of good, but I'm just going to go for the Ice with the back. Somebody commented yesterday, watching me on 2 times speed is low-key relaxing. I should have predicted that. Oh my goodness. That's kind of bad. But I was like, dude, you're watching me on 2 times? That's insane to me that somebody can watch me on 2 times speed, because I know I talk pretty fast. But I'm just going to go for the log right here, and then Skellies to make sure my tower does not sell. And the reason I did those Skellies is because the tower potentially could have targeted that Barbarian, and I would have been in some trouble to the balloon death damage once more, which is always somehow getting on your tower, since, you know, back in the day it's been doing that. But Expo's going to DPS down this musketeer, hopefully. Well, not quite, because he does have the balloon first. I'm going to go Ice Wiz first right here. There's the miner. We're going to go Knight as well. I can also Tesla at the bridge. This is kind of a good Tesla, because this also defends his balloon, number 1, and then number 2, it allows me to counter push. And even though I take death damage, I think it's worth it here to go for the offensive bow, just so we can actually have some offense, and I'm not stuck here in his rotation defending him the whole time. I'm going to NATO this away and get that on tower. Never mind, I lied. He does go for the musketeer, so I don't get nothing on tower. I lied again. No, I lied a 3rd time. I thought that was going to connect, but the Ice Golem was still in range even after that tornado, which is a stupid interaction in my opinion, but it's all good. Kind of a bad Expo like pressure there. It was just sloppy. It could have been a lot better. I could have definitely gotten a connection if I was more smart, but it's all good. I'm going to go for the Tesla up top right now. Cycle's a bit horrible. I guess I can just go for an early Knight. Oh no. Okay, that musketeer could cause some issues. I need to be very careful of that. Let's go log early on this miner. Ice was again on the balloon to make sure it dies, and then maybe we go rocket here. I'm going to Expo one more time. This is probably a dumb idea. It's not going to work out for me, but I'm gonna do it anyways, because why not? Let's just go for the Evo Tesla too, try and predict a balloon maybe? He does go for the Muskie, so I'm gonna go Skellies and then Log. I'm also gonna NATO this back. Can we get a connection, pretty please, with the Cherry on top? We do, Expos on tower, yes. That's huge, man, let's go. I'm gonna go for the Knight as well, just try and maximize the amount of damage, and just like that, all it took was the 1 Expo lock. We probably could have won this game by just defending and rocketing, but, I'm happy that we got a connection, because it always feels good to get the Expo connection, even if you know, like, barely win the game or you win the game by a lot. The Expo connection makes you feel like you are doing something right. But just going to go Log on top of the Miner, and just going to go for the Tesla up top as well. I would definitely say it's a bit difficult to get a Expo connection against most cycle decks with IceBow. I missed the Tornado here. That's fine, though. It doesn't really change much. Let's go for the IceBow Skellies. We're back to a Tesla and just one more card. So I'm going to go Knight first, then Evo Tesla up top, and we are going to be completely vibing here. Go for the Log. IceBow on top of the Miners, so we don't take any extra chip, and that is going to be a dominant win. Didn't even have to rocket cycle against Balloon. That is a rarity, I swear. Most of the time I'm rocket cycling to Balloon players, but we will take that win right there. Nice, solid win against Andy with all the Ys. Here we go in the next match against this individual. I'm just going to go for the Log on his tower since he's zapped. Now, zap could be a bunch of different things. You know, I will say one thing about this meta. Currently, oh my goodness, pump again is crazy. But currently, I feel like the decks in the meta, even though they're very broken and, like, annoying, there's a lot of variety. Like, not one archetype is dominating. For example, we had Graveyard for a long time being super broken, and it was just being used a bunch. I would say Balloon definitely could use a nerf. You know, the Hero Balloon is pretty popular. But there's a few archetypes, you know, there's a decent bit of Hog, a decent bit of Expo Cycle, a decent bit of Golem. Lava Hound is pretty rare, but, you know, it's there. And it's been an interesting meta, to say the least, just in terms of that, because of the difference in, I don't know, the bounce changes. I guess they were okay this last month. I didn't really like them, of course, because of the spell reduction. Now, people have been asking me if I've been noticing that. Yeah, it's definitely very noticeable, especially to the point where you're like, you know, if you're closing out a match and the game is close, you can always tell when your spells are kind of not quite going to be enough now, and I guess it just takes time to kind of get used to that, but I'm going to go for these Skellies like this right here, and Knight as well. But yeah, I think it's an interesting update for sure that they did. I think that it went decently well. I'm not sure what they need to do right now. Maybe release like something new in the game completely to get more people to be excited about their game again. But Evo Zap comes down. I'm going to go for the Log on top of the Ghost as well, and that's going to clean up shop right there, which is not bad. Okay, so he's got Pump again in Cycle, or is he one card away? I can't remember. I wasn't counting correctly here, so I don't actually have any idea. Hopefully he doesn't have it. I mean, even if he does, I'll just rocket it, right? There's not that big of a problem with that. Right here, but I'm assuming he has a tank, like a big tank here. Is it 3 Musketeers, actually? Because he has Ghost and Zap. Now that I'm thinking about his deck, it actually makes sense that it might be 3 Muskies. But usually 3 Muskies players, as soon as you rocket their pump, they just 3 Musketeer the back. So that's why I'm kind of confused as to why he hasn't done that if he is playing 3 Muskies, which he is, because he plays them right now, you know, right as I was speaking about him. But just going to go for the defensive Expo right here. With Evo Knight in Cycle, I feel pretty comfortable in this matchup or in this specific defense. Why does he have a Monk? I no longer feel comfortable about this defense. We're cooked. Okay, that's not good. That's actually really bad. I should have Skellied that left Musketeer. That's my bad. I'm going to go for the Log and then Skelly's the middle, I guess. Oh, that Muskie did 1,000,000 damage. All right, So, obviously, you can probably make the assumption that 3 Musketeers with the Monk is going to be a very difficult matchup here. If he E-barbs, I can rocket them. Goes Monk, though. Yeah, not really surprised about that one. All right. So, how are we going to pull this one off? This is going to be our first, like, really stressful game, I think, that I've had this video yet. You know, as we push up in the ranks on this account specifically, we're going to be, you know, running into even more and more stressful matchups and harder games, but that's going to be fine. I'm going to go for the Larry's down low. Heal Spirit comes down a bit late. I think I can maybe outcycle his Monk right here, which could be awesome, potentially for a lock on tower. Expo does lock. Ooh, okay. I'm going to Evo Tesla this because I don't think he has enough for Monk after that zap. That was not a good zap here. We're chilling. Oh my goodness. That whole sequence at the bridge by him was very sloppy. I can pull this away because he's in ability. Oh, beautiful, Hunter. Let's go. All right, now, in this situation, we pretty much just straight up win the game. He already used Zap, remember? I think he has to play 2 more cards to get back to it, so I'm just going to rocket his tower, and that should do it right there. What a win. That is a very bad matchup, but thankfully we got that lock and just applied the pressure at the right moments and secured the victory, so solid. We'll take that one. Facing Zop, same in this next one. Going to see the Wall Breakers place first play. Let me go for the Larry's plus the Log on top of that, and clean up shop. Fire Spirit comes down as well. I guess I'll Ice Spirit this, or Ice Wizard this, rather. He's going to Marcher. I know he's going to Marcher. He's playing that one deck, isn't he? He's going to Marcher. I knew it. Everybody plays the same way with this deck. I played it myself a few times, and, you know, I found myself playing the same way where I'm just like, yeah, I'll just rip a Marcher at the bridge because, you know, you always got that ability to bail you out. He's going to go for, oh my gosh, what in the world, man? I got to get back to my Ice Wiz here. That is quite the annoying push, to say the very least. He's going to march to the bridge, but I can't do anything about it. Yeah, because I have to get the King Tower activation here with these wall breakers. All right. Now, all things considered, that marcher shouldn't hit my tower anymore, right? Yeah, okay, we're good. That's really close. That's like right by the edge of the tower, but we're good for now. All things considered, this could have been a worse start. Like, we're still okay here. Miner is going to get quite a bit of chip damage, but it's all right. All right, so not the best start, and you know, I found myself definitely struggling against this deck in single elixir a lot of the time. It just feels like you're always kind of behind. It's literally hyper bait, but as a magic archer miner wall breakers deck, basically. Now, the main problem with this deck matchup is honestly the Evo bats. They just cause me so much trouble. I'm not going to use my log. You know what? I'm actually just going to go expo here. The reason I played the Tesla on the fire spirits because I didn't want to use my log so I could save it for the wall breakers or the Marcher, and right now I feel like we get aggressive and potentially get some damage here. That is the goal, of course. So Miner comes down. I'm expecting probably a bomb tower at the bridge. Let's go for the ice on top of these bats. Does he have enough for bomb tower though? I don't know actually. He's gonna go for a bomb tower, but it's late and the Expo connects on tower. I will definitely be happy about that. We'll take the damage where we can get it. I'm happy I tanked those wall breakers other lane too. Dude, I mean, there's nothing more annoying than a fire spear at the bridge. When you don't have any good response or you don't want to spend your elixir, but you kind of have to because that's 350 damage or whatever it does. It might be even more than that from one single elixir, but just going to go for the Tesla here and just wait for him to make a play. He does go for the miner, so I'm going to instantly skellies on top of that. That's okay. Tesla's going to get good value cleaning up those bats and those wall breakers, not too shabby. And now, all things considered, we're down one rocket. We have King Tower activation. If I lose this game, I'm going to be very disappointed in myself. So, Fire Spirit comes down, Berserker comes down in the back. Let me go for the Knight on this left-hand lane. Ooh, hold on a minute now. That's a pretty juicy log. We get the wall breakers. I can Evo Tesla this Marcher. Come on, kill it before he pops the ability. Yes! Okay, now it's my chance. This is it right here. He doesn't have Marcher in cycle. I'm going to be patient, wait for the right time to get the connection. Delivery comes down. He goes for the miner. We do not catch the miner, but I can log instantly on these wall breakers. Please? Yes, please connect, please. Oh, come on, Expo. You've got to lock in here. Surely we get damage, right? There's no way he survives this. Yeah, I'm going to predict a Marcher. Okay, he does Marcher the back, or like a little bit behind. So that was well played by him, I guess. Bats come down, so I'm just going to NATO instantly because we don't want that magic archer to survive any longer than it already will. So I'm going to go for the Larrys on top of this right now. And all things considered, we're doing pretty good right now at just, you know, controlling the pace of the match. He does go for another set of wall breakers. I'm going to go defensive expo. No way he marchers that, right? No way. Dude, this guy's got a marcher fetish. Okay, that's fine. I can go for the Tesla here and then just go for the Larrys once more on the miner. It's always nice having a +2 trade on the miner and barely taking any damage. Or, for example, right there, taking no damage. We'll definitely take that right now. So, down about 3, or up about 300 rather. I'm going to go for the Knight. Is he going to pre-bomb tower? No, he's going to Berserker the back. Nah, I'm going aggressive. Let's get aggressive here. There's the bat. Someone Ice Wizard as well. Bomb tower comes down. He's probably going to go for the miner. Yep, there it is on the other lane. So I can just get a log down plus the tornado on those wall breakers to make sure they die. And now I can just go skellies like this. Knight to block potentially for a bomb tower. No, okay, he's not going to bomb tower. He's going to bomb tower low. That's fine with me. I think we just go Evo Tesla again, low-key, and then go for another Expo. That's probably the method here. We do time that literally perfectly because the wall breakers are going to die now, which is pretty awesome sauce. I don't think I've said that in like 10 years. Expo's on tower, what? I don't know how that's on tower, but I will take it. We can go rocket and get back around to one more. Don't even need to, actually. Expo did enough to win the game, and we do beat that very broken cycle deck. In our next match against this guy right here, I'm just going to wait for the first play wall breakers once again, so it could be the same exact deck we just played against, potentially, who knows. You never really want to put that out of the equation, so I'm just going to go Knight on top of that miner. Not a bad start at all. Right here, we're not going to take early damage, and if he does, of course, go for the Marcher at the bridge again, I'm going to have my NATO prepared. He does have Berserker, so it's pretty much guaranteed to be the Magic Archer deck. I'm looking to maybe get a nice Tesla on a Marcher this game. That's going to be the method, probably. Just not allowing the Marcher to ruin my life. Wait, he's going to Marcher here. I'm going to predict it. Oh my gosh, he actually did. Wow, and he put it on the inside tile too, so the Tesla gets a perfect prediction on the Marcher. We can go Skellies in case he bomb towers the bridge as well, which he does do, so a nice double prediction here, and a bad delivery. That's got to be game. That has to be game over right there. Yeah, that Berserker is going to come down on 0. He's going to wall breakers as well as soon as he can, I bet. So I'm just going to have my Ice Biz prepared for them. He's going to play them at the bridge. No, he goes bats instead. That's a bad play. And Ice Biz goes ahead and cleans that up, and we are doing great. What a crazy, just like spammy overcommit type of beginning to a game from the opponent. That is such a satisfying feeling when you get a nice prediction like that on the Marcher to open up the game. First Marcher of the game, but every single person that plays Magic Archer plays the exact same way. So after a while, you just kind of learn. But yeah, anyways, he's going to let me win, so I'll just go ahead and 3-crown him and head to the next match right there. Very well played in that one. Here we go up against Spectre CR in this next one. Just going to go for my knight in the back. I feel like it's a pretty safe play. Also, he has the chef tower. Oh my goodness, really? I was going to say he has the chef tower, so I'm going to be the one to play a bit more aggressive, but he went up to me on that one for sure. Let me go for the X-Ball defense here. I feel like defense is going to be key. Most of the time when they have chef, they don't have lightning, so I'm just expecting a bridge spam version with potentially, you know, Hero Mega Minion or Elite Barbs, that type of deck right here. Maybe Lumberjack as well. Yep, there's Lumberjack right as I say it. But I'm just going to go ahead and drop down my Tornado to pull everything together. And then Ice was down low. I mean, kind of an awkward start. We don't have the greatest response for this Night Witch either, so this could be a little bit interesting. But hopefully Ice Wiz plus Knight can DPS down this Golem enough. He goes for the arrows. We have King Tower, though. Dude, I mean, this guy's just playing his whole bar on 0 offensively, and it's working out. That's quite crazy to me. But unfortunately, that is how the game is right now, but still, all things considered, we got King Tower. We're down 1,000, but at least we have, you know, the ability to defend from now on, since the King Tower is going to help against the Golem lots when I go for my Teslas in the middle. And now we know which version he's running. He's just running a bunch of bridge spam cards with the Night Witch and the Lumberjack behind the Golem. I don't know if you call those bridge spam, but like, you know, directly behind Golem type of cards. He's going to bomber on top of this 1,000,000%, but I need some damage. I can't just sit here and let him go Golem in the back and not punish him. It's single elixir. He doesn't have an elixir lead. Like, I should be fine here, hopefully. Defending this push, fingers crossed. But level 17 Golem is terrifying, don't get me wrong. So let me go for the Ice Wiz like this. That Night Witch is also going to level up, so that's going to cause quite a bit of issues, but that's okay because the Ice Wiz should be able to lock in right now. I could maybe get a really nice rocket. He's going to go for the ability. I'm going to go Knight like this. Wait for the ability. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. Now we pull together. That is a perfect defense. I think he's going to arrows probably too. Yep, there it is. And hopefully that Knight does enough. You know what? I'm really happy with that defense, even though the Night Witch is going to get one hit right there. It's fine. We still come out on top about what, an entire rocket's worth, I think. So we're chilling right here. And I'm just going to go offensive bow on this right-hand side because I want him to golem over here. I don't want him to be able to golem into the lane he wants. Let me go for a prediction on the bomber right now, then go skellies on the golem as well. Perfect. I knew he's going to bomber the bridge to try and cheaply defend our X-bow. It was a very obvious play. So Ice Wiz is going to clean up these cards with the help of this tornado, of course, into the Tesla. We definitely need that, but he's gonna go Elite Barbarians the bridge. Wow, okay, let's go Knight like this. Skelly's up top on top of the E-Barbs, and we should be fine right now. We're in a pretty good situation. I just need to keep the pressure on and not allow him to build that push that he wants. So every time I expo like this, it's gonna make him in an awkward situation. I'm gonna go for the Ice Wiz as well on top of that Lumberjack. He's probably gonna golem here, I would assume. Yep, there it is. So now, I think we just want to keep forcing his golem into the lane that I'm going towards, because if he can never build a big push to go on my left-hand side, then we have this game secured, and I'm not going to mess up any defense. I'm going to vow to myself that these defenses will be clean from this point on. Now, let's go for the Knight to back like this. Bomber dies, and then I can go for a... Ooh, that's annoying. I'm going to go Ice Wiz like this, actually, and then just kind of be patient. I don't have anything to play right here. He does go E-Barb, so I guess I'll log and then Tesla in the middle to just have something down on the map, which is good, I guess. And then he's probably going to go in the center. Yep, there it is. All right, here we go. I got a defensive expo now. We can't really play offense from this point on. Maybe I'll go for another offensive. We'll see how the game transpires, but we should probably lock in on the defensive end here. Let's go Ice Wizard. He's going to use the ability on that Ice Wizard, I'm pretty certain. And no, he goes Arrows, Evo, Zap. Never mind. So let's go Knight behind. Let's go for the Tesla on the Golem as well to make sure that doesn't, you know, of course, go to my tower. I'm going to have to rocket all this, I think. I do not want that Evo Lumberjack to take my whole tower. So if I rocket all 3 of these, nice. That's decent value. I can log the Bomber and Skellies down low for the Lumberjack evolution. And all things considered, we should be good here. That does not connect on my tower. And only a minute left. If we don't let anything get to our tower, we should have this win in the bag without even going for a rocket, but hopefully we can rocket at the end as well, depending on how much pressure's, you know, happening. But just going to go Knight on top of this Golem, Ice Wizard down low, since, of course, the Mega Minion is already kind of using its ability here on the Expo. So there's the ability from him. I'm just going to go for the NATO Log to kill these E-Barbs and also destroy that Golem faster. Skellies up top are coming in super clutch just to pull everything together into my Knight and Ice Wizard, and then I can just go for one more offensive for fun. I mean, this one's kind of pointless, but it might force out some E-Barbs or something. He's going to go for a, yep, E-Barb is the bridge like I kind of expected. We'll go ahead and just overcommit because there's only 30 seconds. Like, even if I play a bunch of stupid plays, on offense here, he's still going to have a hard time building a push because literally, even though the offense isn't that good, like, we're just pretty much forcing him to spend all his elixir, and that's going to be GG's right there. A solid victory. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and of course, as always, enjoy the butch clip, and yeah, peace out. Have a good one.